Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. It's the 2023 Standard Upgrade Guide playlist. We're continuing on with our journey. Today, it's Azorious Angels. Angelic Accountant is the name of the deck. We are in Standard today, but of course, don't worry. We do all of these decks for both Standard and the Alchemy format, which is fantastic. So no matter what format you like as an individual, we have you covered. Today, like I said, is the Standard version of the deck. This deck consists of rares and mythics that you get totally for free by completing the new player experience, incorporating those all into this Azorious Angels deck. And we're actually having a ton of fun with it and really good luck with the build as well as far as that competitive stature goes. Within today's video, we'll break down the deck list, the strategies, the synergies held within, demonstrate this within our gameplay footage, wrapping up, of course, with our final thoughts, deck review, and channel news. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support me as a creator. And let's take a look at the Angelic Accountant Standard free-to-play deck upgrade. Here we are. This is a white and blue deck. If you're unaware what an Azorious deck refers to, it is that color combination. It is an angel deck that takes counters into effect, right? We want to be putting +1/+1 counters on our creatures and, just being the biggest and the baddest of the skies, right? So Celestial Regulator is one of the main cards in the deck for 3 mana as a 2/3 with flying as an Angel Advisor. When the Regulator enters the battlefield, choose target creature you don't control, tap it. If you control a creature with a counter on it, the chosen creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step, right? So if you don't have a counter, you're basically using this to open up your attack lane. So playing it on your first main phase, tapping their creature, getting that attack through safely. If not, you can probably do that attack first, hopefully, God willing. If not, you can still do that, but then you can play it, on your second main phase. They think like, okay, well, I'm gonna, utilize this creature next turn. I need to have it survive, so I'm not blocking with it. And then you're like, boom, no, you're not. It's tapped, and you can't attack with it, right? So if you do have that counter, it remains tapped during their untap step, which is fantastic. And then we can start playing multiples of these. We can start bouncing them to just really lock down our opponent's field state. All right, so our next main card in the deck is the Metropolis Angel for 4 as a 3/1 with flying. And whenever you attack with 1 or more creatures with counters on them, draw a card. So you can kind of see how the Angel synergy with the counters is playing out. Not only locking down our opponent's board state, but now, helping us maintain a nice hand through this draw. Now, how are we going to put these Angels to use? By getting some counters, and there's a couple different ways to do that within the deck. One of my favorites is the Planar Incision for 2. Instant speed, exile target artifact or creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it, right? So we go over to another angel quickly, the Inspiring Overseer. So this is really where I like to put my counters, especially if we have the Planar Incision active as a 2/1 for 3 Angel Cleric with flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card, right? So if we can have this bounce back into play with the Planar Incision, it's going to be a 3/2. We'll draw a card, we'll gain a life again, right? And of course, then it's going to fulfill the role of the Regulator and the Metropolis to help us lock down the field and draw even more cards, which is really cool. So you can tell already that we have a lot of draw in the deck, and we'll capitalize off of that through the Fairy Vandal. For 2, it's a 1/2 with flash and flying. Not an angel. Could you imagine if it was? Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on the Fairy Vandal. So, we have a lot of draw in the deck, so this will get bigger and badder. It's a nice early drop that has flash, a surprise blocker, if you will, and those counters, right? It's the counters that we're after for the angel, for, well, I guess they're both angels, right? Just for the general deck strategies and synergies. Aside from that, it is a lot of one-of creatures that are just the rares and mythics that we've incorporated from the other builds into this. So starting out with the Hopeful Initiate for 1, again, fulfilling that counter role through the training as a 1/2 Human Warlock. Pay 3, remove 2 counters from among creatures you control. That's very easy for us to destroy artifact or enchantment. Chef's Kiss, one of the best cards. And that training, so when it attacks with another creature that has a greater power than itself, it's actually going to get that +1/+1 every time that happens, which is quite cool. We have Giada Font of Hope for 2. It's a 2/2 with flying and vigilance. Each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. This card is so freaking busted. It's, you know, this whole deck is crazy. So, you know, your angels are going to get bigger and badder as you accumulate more and more of them, which is crazy. It is also a ramp. Add 1 plains or white source to your mana pool, spending on an angel spell, which is fantastic. Moving on, we have the Undercover Operative. For 4 mana as a 0/0, you may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any other creature on the battlefield, except it enters with a shield counter if you control that creature. So if we control that creature, we get a shield counter. It can copy the Regulator. It can copy the Metropolis Angel. Woo, right? This is very good, you know, helping lock down the field more, helping us get more draw, and then simultaneously fulfilling the counter roll requirement for each of those cards, which is fantastic. So that's what we have for our creature base. Elspeth here is really cool. 5 mana, 5 loyalty, +1. Choose 1 target creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it, which is good for the deck. You also get to choose either flying, first strike, lifelink, or vigilance for it. It's so good with this build. -3, look at the top 7 cards. You may put a permanent with mana value 3 or less from among them into the battlefield with a shield counter on it. The rest go on the bottom in a random order. -7, create 5 3/3s with flying. You know, that's kind of crazy, right? So Elspeth with that +1 ability is fantastic. The minus ability is not bad either because that shield counter. So if you can pop a Regulator with a, you know, it's... I don't have enough thumbs. Wandering Emperor, I need more thumbs for this as well. For 4 mana as a 3 loyalty with flash, when it enters play, you can activate those loyalties at instant speed. +1, putting +1/+1 counter on a creature you control and giving it first strike. -1, creating a 2/2 with vigilance, and then -2, exiling tapped creature. You gain 2 life. Very, very good. So again, that +1/+1 counter helping us increase the synergy of the deck while, you know, really having just a high value card through the exile and the token generation here as well. Alright, so we have a Restoration of Eiganjo for 3. When it enters play, search for a plains, put it into hand, then you can discard and bring back something from the grave with mana value 2 or less, including a land, which is really nice if you want to ramp. And then you get to exile, transform, it's 3/4 with vigilance whenever it attacks or blocks, create that 1/1. I just think that this is a fantastic card. The Angel build is pretty mid-rangey, right? Very expensive mana curve. So this, to help us ramp, is fantastic. If they remove something, you know, we can bring it back, which is cool as well. Wedding Announcement, you all know this for 3. As an enchantment, at the beginning of your end step, put a counter on it. If you've attacked with 2 or more creatures this turn, draw a card. If not, create a 1/1. When you have 3 counters on it, transform it. Creatures you control get +1/+1, just, you know, pushing up the whole team. We absolutely love it. Alright, so let's talk about maybe some of the removal in the build. There is a March of Otherworldly Light for 1+X at instant speed, reducing the casting cost of it 2 for each non-land white permanent that we exile from our hand. Exile target artifact, creature, enchantments with mana value X or less. We love it. Destroy Evil, instant speed for 2, destroying target creature with toughness 4 or greater, destroying target enchantment. So really nice here through the double down. Essence Capture for 2 at instant speed, counter target spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. That's very good for the deck's synergy. Borrowed Time, enchantment for 3, when it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Borrowed Time leaves the battlefield. And then, like I said, that Wandering Emperor's -2 will do quite nice for us here as well. You know, value and interaction within the deck. We do have a Memory Deluge here, instant speed for 4, looking at the top 4, 2 into hand. Flashback for 7, looking at the top 2, putting 7 into hand. Looking at the top 7, putting the top 2 into hand. Exposed! We all love dyslexia, let's be honest. And then, you know, light up the way. Choose 1, instant speed, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle, untap it. So this is nice because that +1/+1 counter, and we get to untap, surprise our opponent with a nice block. Nice, juicy block. Slip out the back, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It phases out. You know, the counter's nice, plus the protection is very good for ourselves as well. We have the plains, the islands, the beach, the tower, and the cove, just being really consistent with our mana base here. Loving the life gain that those coves offer alongside the consistency and potential late game draw of those towers. That is the Angelic Accountant within Standard Best of 1, a starter deck upgrade guide, sure to keep you busy and satisfied with the game for the time ahead. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support future content just like this. We'll play some matches and then meet back up here to wrap up their final thoughts, deck review, and channel news. Lego! Opponent is on the play. We can find our second plains, the Restoration. That brings us to 4 land for the Emperor. So, you know, basically keeping... What? Keeping this hand because it is littered with bombs and they just do not stop. Oh my lord. Yo. That's like, are we a constructed tech? What? Still playing a little slow. Not my favorite thing, but... It's just, it's, you know, wow. Taking us to Cleric Town. Toss that Vandal, bring it back. They're gonna go for the Wandering Emperor, I would assume. Yeah, it's a good pick always. Pick for 5, down to 13. Did we just top deck it? Like, what in the absolute H, dude? Giada, you're coming out. Because we have so many angels, you know? Land out. One, two. We got a land. We could Angel Overseeing next turn. We can tap one of their things, which is probably pretty good. Maybe jam. Right? It's a good thing they named our Wanderer, or we would be taking that Vigilance with an Exile. He comes back because of the Archangel. So maybe we just take 3. This is a very bad spot for us, our opponents. Whooping our booties. Not like this, not like this. To main phase our Vandal if we want it. And I do. Definitely want that +1 counter. We might have enough flyers to block the Forgotten Archangel. Probably just need to deal with everything else as well. Shoulder it. Wow. Get it, girl. Where were you last turn? You know? I don't really want to draw. Nor can I attack. But it will be good to flood the field. I just need, I guess, life gain to offset Sheoldred's damage. We should have tapped Giada and then held up a counterspell. It's fine. It's hard to tap a creature that could block, you know, when you're so low on life. It's one of those toss-up scenarios where it's like, you know, which way is best? The way is clouded, fogged, can't see, dude. Sometimes it's much easier to be like, oh, this is good play, this is bad play, right? I think this is our way out. I'm gonna, push that objective.
Capenna is starting to feel like home, and I'll defend it like one.
Like first strike, right?
I know there's a hero inside.
Oh no, that's not Death Touch. You think they have a Wandering Emperor? Probably. I want the life gain. You know? Is this a sorcery speed sack? No. Okay, so... And this is not a cleric. Okay, I was gonna say they could put the angel in front of us. And then sacrifice it to mitigate any life gain that would have taken place. They grab a Junji instead, though. That's crazy good. We get the life gain at least. Junji's gonna force a discard, I'd assume. They're gonna grab a non-dragon. Just bring that Peacekeeper back. Good play, good play. Yeah. And then they'll name the Emperor again, because, that's a thing. They need to kill Elspeth. If they don't kill Elspeth, we're in a favorable position. They're going to have 5 attackers. We've got 5 defenders. Not favorable defenders, but they're defenders. And then Junji back to hand, which is just like... gross. Gross, what's mine say? And they just straight up exile it.
This still isn't as bad as dying.
Another Regulator would be fantastic to force a tap on Lisa and force exile. You heard? I'll take the draw, shove the Vandal. Lose 2 life, gain 1 back. Continue to fill the field. No attacks yet, I guess. Oh, Sheoldred, you're cool, dude. Counter Junji. That touch is annoying. That Archangel is just like literally making me want to throw up in my mouth. Go borrowed time. Beautiful.
You're a good people.
Beautiful.
And I will protect them.
They're tapped.
This is your fight. Win it.
This should be a good hit. They're tapped. We're just going to gain a nice chunk of life, please. Beautiful. And we'll play this after. We didn't want the draw. healthy 7-5 there as well. Pretty good matchup considering we have a starter deck, you know? I'm pleased with it. Wow, you know? How many times am I gonna have to deal with this freaking Sky Snake? Damn, Doogie. Just on bombs, bro.
Be brave.
Give me that Vigi. Get blasted, you know? Imagine having Shouldered in play and not being able to beat the Angel starter deck. Nice hit, dude. Up to 19 ourselves. Land in play. End turn. Genji's so annoying. Maybe we can find another Essence Capture. We will have lethal in the air soon, right? We only have one blocker. Well, 2 after Genji. Maybe. It's cool because we can... Oh no, we can't. We're 1 mana shy because of the tax on the Emperor. Couple of my favorite things. I can copy their Archangel. Wow. This is psycho, dude. I don't even know. Neither do they. That was fun, right? Welcome to Magic. This is the starter deck upgrade guide. I hope you've been following the channel. If not, it's a great time to smash that subscription button. Let's go. Going first. Again, you know, pretty slow. We play on 3. But once we start playing, you know, then there's no stopping us. And if they want to play slow, I like it. I think that's a great choice for them. Hey, this isn't slow. Hey. We talk about. I want to be a paid actor. You got to do what I say. Right? We're paying everybody in our YouTube videos now, right? You want to be in the YouTube video and make money? Let me know. All you got to do is lose some Magic matches. The worst part about saying is that there's going to be this group of people who are like, hey, do you hear what Hello Good Game does? Lennox! Let go, bro. You're a fast deck, not a slow deck. Like, well, I mean, it takes me a little bit to log into my Twitch stream. I mean, your Twitch stream. Hey, see, you're not really sure you want to attack all into untapped mana and a dead blocker? Who can say? Who can really say? No, they probably disconnected, let's be honest. That's quite good. Beep boop. Wedding announcement is fun. Hopefully, unlocking Elspeth next turn. With lots of blockers. And tapped gaining life, that's fine. If not, we draw. Maybe, if they'll let us. They're thinking about that attack phase again. Oh, it's either that or it's like the dial-up internet. There's some problem here that I've not solved yet. Really? It's the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Are they going to sacrifice it? Because it's going to die anyways, or are they going to take one token? You know, it just doesn't seem good. A 1-2 that draws, or like a 1-1 that just was free. That's annoying. I hate you so. No land, take the draw, and try and find it ourselves the old-fashioned way here. We do accomplish that goal, which is nice. And again, I think it's just really about taking that draw engine out. They still have 21 life, 3 cards in hand. I'm nervous! We have to get that chef out of play as soon as possible. No. No, 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 no. Its mana value is 0, which is pretty cool, so it's like casting this for 1. And now fizzling that Twisted Embrace, which would have destroyed one of our creatures. And I'm just not having it. You can hit for 2. Don't care. And now what's really cool about this whole situation is that your mana is tapped. I take your chef. And I smash for 6. The race is on. So just like, you know, getting any of those value engines away from them. Like that Dockside Chef. That can sacrifice things to trigger, you know, death effects. Sacrifice effects. Ah. And it draws cards, right? So, just get that out of here. Okay, becoming relatively frustrated with this Banishing Slash card. You're such a dirty dog. Woof. Still tapped, though. Still tapped. We know what that last card was. Angel out for the draw. For 2, it's still a race. That's not changed, and we have Elspeth for life gain, so it's probably favorable for us. This is a cantrip draw. Again, you know, you're welcome to the damage, my friend. Hey! That is a mistake. Bro, what's mine say? No draw engine, what's mine say? For 4 to 11. Taking that chef. They sack the Doogie. It's kind of rude, isn't it? We'll go Elspeth.
Right. Let's clean up this town. You're safe now.
It's not great. The Initiate would have been a good one there as well, maybe. I just protect Elspeth, because if we can get this Restoration to flip and have Elspeth remain in play, we are golden. You know? I was gonna say I don't mind being the goose as long as I'm golden, but this is not looking good. Obviously, they're gonna take that Aspiring Overseer. We should have taken that Initiate. Misread, my misread. Sorry, Elspeth. I tried. Should have plussed. We should have plussed. Then they would have taken that, but then we would have been at 5 or 6, not then down to 1. You know what I mean? Like 1 or 2 instead of dead. Shoot.
It is tearing itself apart.
The more you know. Whoa. There's nothing for us to take here either. Guess we just discard the land, play the land. All that gets us is a tap land. Sick, dude. Regulators, roll out. Hit for 1 like a true thug. Big hit. Don't you freaking dare, dude. There's no way they're gonna release our Inspiring Angel, though. Oh, wow, Menace and Death Touch. Aren't you a top deck? I don't see them releasing. Yes. It's not great, down to 5. Last card. Oh, another one? We get burned here. Just so we can regulate successfully, right? Actually locking something down for the full turn. Well, it's gonna be pretty close. Maybe they overextend. Maybe we get lucky with the top deck. Really should have taken the Hopeful Initiate instead of this Architect, I think. I will tell when it blocks, we get the 1/1. When it attacks, we get the 1/1. Just wish we still had that Elspeth for it, right? Because you can get this thing in the air with flying, vigilance, lifelink. It's great. First, why not? You know, just get smorgasbord that shit. This is a close match. Need like a Banishing Light off the top. Kill that limo. Kill the Spirit Realm. Something. 1 card in hand. Here comes the crew. Again, I doubt they give us our card back. There's no way they do. Which is weird, isn't it? Wouldn't this give us our angel back as well? Don't want to lose the architect. What's going on here, Willis? You got some crazy shenanigans I don't see? Removal on one of this, right? Oh, okay, gain life, draw a card, dude. Uh-oh. That's problematic. So they can sacrifice something to bring something of the same card type back from the grave. Sacrificing the Circuit Mender for the limo. We see the master plan revealed. They take that architect without doubt. Or the regulator. Regulator's in the air. It's going to be a problem turn after turn. Yep. Enchantment. Enchantment. Ah, you can't go wrong with Destroy Evil these days. It's just such good value, huh? With the regulator. And turn. Let's see what they do. Life, that's so annoying. They crew it, it's an easy turn block. Whoa! Doesn't even buff the toughness. That's actually quite scary. They're gonna crew and then equip. Sorry, dude. Sorry, bro. Toughness is 4 greater is why I'm so... Oh, it's almost like they're here with us. Strange play. Are you gonna give me my thing back or what? I'll let you decide first. Because if you do, then I'm good to go. Do it. Do it. Do it. I mean, if you want to untap the regulator, that's fine. Both of these are bad choices, but you do you. Thank you. And then thank you again for the free life gain and free draw as well. That was awesome. Here for 5 though. We don't really appreciate that. We have a Vandal to bring back. It's a close one. Oh, without doubt. They're wondering if they should sack something to bring something else back. I mean, they could gain life. Bringing that removal back is good. That Twisted Embrace. We have to be careful. You know, they've got some good moves here. This Destroy Evil should protect us. We'll have to wait and see, though. Here we go. They've been thinking about it. They say I'm going to sacrifice the artifact creature, pull out an artifact. They're going enchantment for enchantment. Sacrificing their Sister's Call for the removal. Interesting. Going big, huge, you know? Throw the land, take the Vandal, gain the life, regulate with no counter because no blockers. Regulate again with no counter because no blockers. Get for 2 because you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. And the Legend of the Rent. Oh, it's way hardcore, dude. This is a close match. What is the top deck? It's fine. We have double blockers, right? Still okay. As long as it's not giving it menace. Crazy. Okay, now they're tapped. Oh, that wins them the game. Well, no. Basically. So annoying. Right, so they're gonna have this centipede still. Don't like the land. If they top deck something that good, good for them. But I'm going to say we need to progress forward or we're going to lose. No way. That's a bad attack, though. Don't they just give us lethal here? What a great game. A little bit of a hyperextension there on the end, but I think that they kind of picked up that they were about dead anyways. Wolf, Angelic Accountant, is actually a ton of fun to play. My only complaint is that Angels are so freaking mid-range, dude. 2.7 average mana value on 25 lands. Does run really well, but with only 5 2-mana creatures. Well, I guess we've got 6 of them, the Hopeful Initiate. But yeah, I just wish there were some Angels that were a little bit lighter. You know, some 2-drop Angels, that would be absolutely fantastic for the curve as a whole. But at the end of the day, you know, we survived. You just kind of need to make sure that your opponent is A, not playing a super aggressive aggro deck and going first. That's going to be really bad news for us. And then, you know, if they are, get to that life gain as soon as you can, right? So it's really a lot of fun. Anywho, thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also become a YouTube member for access to exclusive content. Right, we've got the Sunday members only streams on YouTube. You also gain early access to all of our other content, real-time stats and deck lists from what I'm playing in the ranked ladder through the untapped.gg, and the exclusive chat room and Discord for the VIPs, and you know, it goes on and on. All made possible through those likes, the comments, and like I said, those subscriptions and YouTube members. So cheers, have a magical day. If this didn't tickle your fancy, we've got all of the other starter decks upgraded just like this for you in that playlist to check out. Cheers, we'll see you soon in the next.